Hello JDS, I'm Schwartz, I'm your news editor, and I'm here to review for you the new Marvel movie, Captain America the Winter Soldier. This is the best Marvel movie that I've ever seen, and I've seen all of the Marvel superhero movies, so yes, this is my favorite Marvel superhero movie. It was just so well directed, so well acted. The plot was very mysterious and suspenseful, but I really liked that about it, and it was really focused on Captain America, on his story, and on what was going on in the moment, which was very good. Captain America the Winter Soldier is a sequel to both Captain America the First Avenger and to the Avengers. It picks up, I think, about 2 years after the events that took place in the Avengers. And it starts off that Captain America is working for S.H.I.E.L.D., which is basically a sort of counterintelligence agency, sort of like the CIA, but a little more mysterious. And since he's from the 1940s, he isn't really up to date on all of the politics that are coming into play in S.H.I.E.L.D. And he starts having some conflicts with S.H.I.E.L.D. And eventually some stuff happens, which I'm not going to spoil, and S.H.I.E.L.D. is now going after him, trying to kill him. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but what I am going to say is that this was a huge thrill ride, and I greatly enjoyed it. Chris Evans plays Captain America. He does a great job, just as he's done in the last two movies that he's been in. I remember back in the day when he used to play Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four movies. Man, those movies were not good, but here he really found his role with Captain America. He plays a very classy character, but he's still very likable, and he just pulls it off very well. Also, Scarlett Johansson in this movie, she plays Black Widow. I really enjoyed what they did with that character in this movie, because in the last few movies that Black Widow had been in, she'd been sort of this secondary character that wasn't very important. It seemed as though they only put her in because they needed to put a female face to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There wasn't really much to her character. But I feel like in this movie, Black Widow the character really got fleshed out, and you really got to know her better, and I think that was a very good move by the writers of this movie. Also, Samuel L. Jackson's in this movie, which is always a good thing. He does a great job in this movie. Also, again, he plays Nick Fury, another character that I feel had been underdeveloped in the previous Marvel movies, even though he basically makes an appearance in all of them. But in this one, he actually does have a major role, and he really lets his Samuel L. Jackson persona come out. And it was very enjoyable to watch. The last actor that I'm going to mention is Anthony Mackie. He makes an appearance as the Falcon, which is pretty much this guy with an awesome jetpack. It's just so cool. He has his big falcon wings and he's flying around. It's just amazing. He hadn't been in any other Marvel movie. He's an actor that I always recognized for his acting talent, but in this movie he was very likable, and he was also just so cool to watch. This movie has some phenomenal action scenes, and what I really liked about it is that it has a lot of practical effects to it. It doesn't overuse CGI, which is very good. The action scenes are very compact, hand-on-hand fighting, very brutal, and really puts you in the middle of it. You can look at the last few Marvel movies where it's the opposite. They were fun action scenes, but it was all CGI. It was him flying around, hitting things. It doesn't give that sense of realism that this movie gave with its well choreographed hand-on-hand action sequences that were very brutal to watch, and it was very well done. The pace of the movie is just so excellent. It doesn't slow down, but in this movie, every action scene had its unique taste to it. It had a unique visual aspect to it, and every scene you were just waiting to see what cool thing they were going to do. Just one complaint that I have on the action scenes is that in one or two of them there's a bit of an overuse of shaky cam. What I mean by shaky cam is it's a filming technique in which the director literally just shakes the camera around to give the audience a sense of chaos and confusion. And I get why they do it. It makes sense that things are shaking around and you feel confused. But when it comes to a movie where the action scenes are so precise and so well choreographed, putting the shaky cam in it does add a sense of chaos, but it also distracts you from the action that you want to be seeing, because you're just seeing things shake around. And that's not what you want to see. You want to see the action take place. A big part of the plot, and something that's a central theme in the film, is the whole government surveillance and government spying on the citizens topic, and that's a very big contemporary social issue. This movie really uses that well in its plot, and I think that's what a superhero film should strive to do. It should strive to connect to contemporary issues, because it really interest the audience a lot more, and it makes it be a much more intriguing film experience rather than just seeing things blow up. I really enjoyed what they did with that. Now, the Winter Soldier. It's called Captain America the Winter Soldier for a reason. The Winter Soldier is the main villain, the main antagonist in this movie. I'm not really going to say who plays him because it's sort of a spoiler, but he's this very dark and ominous character. He shows up, he does something crazy, and then disappears. And a little while later, he shows up again, destroys things, and then disappears. And it's very dark and very mysterious and very suspenseful, and it really adds to all those elements in the movie. He's also a very interesting character, a very conflicted character, and he ties in very well to Cap's past. And it was a very good villain. That's something that Marvel movies have always struggled with, having a strong villain, especially in the last few movies. It's good to see a big and actual threatening villain that poses an obstacle to the heroes rather than just being an annoyance that they quickly get over. All in all, Captain America the Winter Soldier was a very well done, well written, well acted movie with a superhero in it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really recommend it for all of you to watch and check out. Make sure to see at least the first Captain America before you see this, because if not, you'll be a little confused. But you don't need it that much, because as I said, this is a standalone movie, and you can watch it by itself and still really enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. So guys, let me know what you think about this video. This is the first time that us at Lion's Tail are doing a video movie review. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know how we can improve it. Let me know what you thought about what I said. Let me know if you have any conflicting views about the film. I love having movie discussions, and I would love to have those with you. It was a pleasure reviewing this movie for you guys. I'm Schwartz, LTTV.